Hello there, my name is Alexis. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my crazy transition from being an engineer to an acting career here in New York City. So 3 years ago, there I am, managing my databases at a big technology company after being graduated for a couple months from engineering school. And I'm rummaging through my files, and then my breathing starts to constrict and collapse, and I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I'm trying to call my mom. I'm trying to call my friends. I don't know what's happening. My breath is shortening, and then I almost collapse. I have to go out. I'm walking. I'm thinking about my life, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I felt this way, especially after a big breakup that I had. A 2.5 relationship came to an end when this person decided to break up with me over the phone. And now, looking back on it, I see there were a lot of things where I contributed to the relationship. As it's always a thing of two people, right? Two people make the relationship, or they create this third entity where we thrive and develop. But at the time I felt really sad. I felt really frustrated with where my life was going, and I didn't know what to do. I was in the darkest hour of my day. There I am, 26 years old, I think I was at the time, not knowing what I was going to do with my life. And in the office, I projected myself into the future for 30 years. And I noticed that I did not aspire to become that person that was above me. I didn't want to be like him. I didn't want to be doing what he was doing. I felt no passion for that. And I'm really grateful that I was in an opportunity to change and to say, okay, I have another shot at doing something else, where I see that many people don't do that. So I'm really grateful for that. But there I am, lying in bed, crying my ass off. I go to climb, and there I am with one of my best friends. Oscar, if you are watching this, thank you so much, brother. You are amazing. Well, there I am. We're climbing, and I'm complaining for like the 20th time. Man, this girl, she broke up with me, and how could she do that? I gave her my best, and I was a gentleman, and I blah, blah, blah. And then he stops me. Alexis, what the hell, man? You've been doing this for the past 5 months. You've just been complaining about this girl, and that, just get over it, man. You got the dream life. You have health. You have a family that loves you. You have work. You have food. You're in good shape. You can be at the gym right now. You have free time. Bill. And my jaw just like drops to the floor. And I turn to him and I go, "Who the do you think you are?" No, I'm just kidding. I actually said, "Wow. You're right. You're right." And I felt so angry because I couldn't blame anyone else. I tried to blame the world, and that didn't work. I tried to blame her, and, well, that was getting tiresome. I didn't want to do that all the time. It was boring. And then I tried blaming myself, and, well, that didn't feel right either, because I started thinking about doing things to myself where I would harm myself, or how I could get out of that pain and think suicidal thoughts, or rather they appeared in my mind, and I started freaking out. And I actually thought, if I end this right now, that will cause a lot of pain to a lot of people that I care about. And it's not just about me, it's about them. I don't think it's fair that they have given the best of them in tough situations to help me, my mom, my sister, my grandma, my dad. And now I'd just be defeated when the first battle comes along. I felt like, no, I have to do something about this. And I stumbled upon a great book. I started reading, which I hadn't done in quite a while, a long time. I love Narnia, by the way, if you're asking that. That was like the first saga that really captured my attention. But anyways, there I am opening some books. First of all, I was trying to learn how to get into relationships, so I started reading pickup artists or whatever to really get this girl back. And one of them emphasized working on myself, working on my health, my interests, my curiosity. And I really started doing that. I started going to the gyms. I started reading about philosophy, mostly about how to deal with obstacles, how to make myself stronger and not really see them as a tedious process, but rather as an opportunity to grow. Ryan Holiday, the obstacle is the way. And that really hit me. That struck a chord. And I thought, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to become stronger and learn from it. And then at some point along the way, I didn't do it for that other person. I did it for myself. And that felt great. But I started questioning other things in my life, right? If I made this person my whole world and I just wanted to please and change myself over someone else, what other aspects of my life am I doing that to there, What about work? And I thought about it and I was like, no, okay, switch. I read some books about job hunting or how to test my strengths. I went and Googled Gallup and did the Strengths Finder, which was great. I loved it. And then there it was, creativity. The fear of my life. I look at it and I was like, what? Creative? I can't even draw a circle. What am I supposed to do with that? But a voice said, what if you try? What if you really try it? I mean, you've always loved movies, right? Yeah, of course, I've loved movies, but I couldn't make them. Or could I? And that's how I started trying to dip my toe into it. I grabbed my phone and I said, okay, I'm reading all these books. How do I know that I'm learning something from these books? So I started recording myself, trying to recite whatever knowledge I was capturing in my vault of wisdom. And I noticed that I knew a little bit more than I thought I actually did. So that was quite interesting, letting myself be surprised about it. But I also found a love for the camera. This thing right here, it felt like my friend. Like I was talking to someone or being acknowledged by someone else. Even when there was nobody else there. And that really hit me. I loved it. I just started recording myself every day, as you can tell. Of course, not posting anything, but I loved it. So I delved deeper into the camera work as I wanted to see what the angles were, what the experiments I could do, how shots affected what I'm saying, or if you just felt intimidated by me. So I love that. And that led to another thing where I saw that I really enjoyed being in front of the camera and not just recording other stuff. I also love that, and I'm learning more about that. But there's just something magical about speaking to a camera and performing. Or that's what I thought. Performing is not really what captures me to this date. If you want to know more about that, you're going to have to watch another video. Anyways, I noticed that I loved it. I read another book about acting, and I noticed that everything wasn't making sense. I didn't get a single thing from it. I thought I need to get myself in one of those rooms and learn from one of these masters. Sanford Meisner, basically, primordially, but then I Googled him and he was dead. So I found another book, William Esper, and then I Googled him and, well, I ended up finding the school and finding not him but Suzanne, who is my beautiful teacher. I got interviewed by her 2 years ago, more or less, and that was great. I mean, I got into William Esper Studio in New York City. I didn't commit to the full-time program from the beginning. I actually took some classes in Mexico where I found this amazing teacher, Alejandra, if you're seeing this. Mwah. She was so welcoming and so inspiring and so encouraging, and she really helped me believe that I could pursue this. I could learn more about what human relationships are, about what understanding and empathy are, and about what using my imagination and risking to look foolish is really fun and playful, And I'm really thankful for that. But anyways, that led me to the Esper Studio with help from a lot of people. I got to New York, and I joined one of the best journeys in my life. 2 years of discovery, 1 year of opening the instrument where I learned how to use my voice, how to take real pleasure in using my different ranges and my velvety pleasure of sound, and how to let go for my tension, and notice that I was using so much energy, so much more than I needed. And that's great, not just for acting, but for life. I don't want to be tense all the time, especially not for camera, especially not for people. I want to open up to life and experience it as it comes and learn from it. And then after that, of course, memorizing lines and doing the script analysis and creating a character that comes in second year, which I totally recommend if you're into it. And it's beautiful. I'm still learning how to memorize my lines and get them really in there so that they're second nature. And creating a character, I think that's, all of this craft is just for life, as any craft is. But it's really interesting how this thing has changed me and helped me evolve and see that I am way more than what I thought I was. Not only in identity, I clung to a certain thing that limited me, but using my instrument, my body, tell stories, inspire people, meet great people who inspire me. I mean, what else can you ask for from life? I truly believe that life is about enjoying, sharing good times with other people, Mitfreude, like the Germans call it, sharing in that joy. And how better to do it than exploring human relationships and seeing what acting can be, and how transcending yourself in a moment when you're listening to life without any anticipation for what's coming can be so beautiful, especially in front of an audience. So yeah, now here I am, 2 years after coming to this beautiful city, magnificent city, and that beautiful studio, and I'm hungrier than ever. And this is my journey. I'm documenting how I do all of this, how I transition into the business, how I write my own stories, how I find my way into the casting things, which I haven't quite figured out yet, but I'm doing that, and I trust the process. So, if you're interested in that, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. I'll be talking more about that and sharing my knowledge. And, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch another one, here's another one, and have a great day.